Hi, I'm Jason, and what you're looking at is a toilet overflowing with rotting sewage. Pretty gross, right? Well, soon you'll discover why this foul toilet holds the virtually unknown secret to your weight loss problems. Curious? Just keep watching this short presentation and I'll reveal why. By simply watching today all the way to the end, you'll discover how to lose weight in inches without counting calories, insane exercise, prescription drugs, or risky surgery. The fastest way to turn on your fat burning hormones without fake foods or fad diets. The most powerful way to supercharge your natural energy without caffeine or prescription stimulants. And a little known method for enhancing deep, restful sleep without medications. I don't know how much longer this presentation will be free of charge to watch, so watch now while it's still online and still free. Now, you may think you've tried it all or seen it all when it comes to losing weight and burning fat, yet I can guarantee that you've never heard anything like what I'm about to reveal today. The secret I'm sharing today is cutting edge stuff, research-based, proven, and new. And one controversial tip in particular will totally shock you. It's my absolute favorite, and it's near the end, so keep watching. However, I want to share a really personal, somewhat embarrassing story about how I discovered this blueprint for superior weight and health. Really, it's a rather humiliating story, so try not to laugh and keep watching. You'll see why my embarrassing little episode is so important to your weight and health success in just a few minutes, okay? Now, I wasn't always a nutrition, fitness, and weight loss expert. In fact, I assure you I was at least 30 pounds overweight in anything but the picture of health and vitality. Truth be told, I was the exact opposite. It was late summer, August I remember, back in 1991, when I finally experienced my wake-up call. I was 26 years old, walking around Columbus Circle, the Upper West Side of Manhattan, calling on doctors as a pharmaceutical rep. It was brutally hot that day, and when the intense heat reflected off the concrete sidewalks, it was downright unbearable. As always, I was wearing a suit and tie, wishing to God I was inside a nice air-conditioned office, because I was sweating profusely. Really, I was sweating like a pig. I was headed to my next appointment to meet one of my biggest prescribing doctors, and I was alone, but I was about to meet my territory manager, Phyllis, at this office for my yearly performance evaluation. To be honest, I was feeling anything but confident, sharp, and self-assured, more like weak, anxious, and self-conscious. As a matter of fact, suddenly in the suffocating heat, I was feeling just a bit queasy. You see, I had a terrible headache. Those were happening daily at that time in my life. My stomach was a bit achy, also typical, and with the sweating and the big meeting ahead, I thought this day just couldn't get any worse. But it was about to, and I'll share that with you in a moment. And perhaps you can relate to that feeling, and you know you need to change as well. But it led me to where I am today, supremely confident, with perfect health, something I bet you want to experience too. Frankly, I was at the lowest point in my life, but I guess I didn't feel it deep enough, as I needed to experience one really embarrassing event to get me on the path to health and happiness. So I finally met my manager at the penthouse office of this physician. Dr. Klein was his name, and she was standing at the reception desk where patients check in, chatting with his office manager, Lisa, and Stephanie, his nurse. She immediately glared at me across the waiting room, and there was no question what she was thinking. "You're late. He's super busy today, and you're late." And then he appeared. In a rare moment, Dr. Klein, who never came out from his exam room, walked directly to the front desk to give a folder to Lisa. Phyllis immediately extended her handshake to him, and his back was now toward me in the waiting room. "Hi, Dr. Klein. I'm Phyllis from Burlex Labs. We've met before. Do you remember?" Well, they had. She was the manager for the Manhattan territory for 10 years, but this was the first time she was in his office with me, since I had only been on the job about a year. As they said hello, I could see her looking over his shoulder at me, and I could read her mind. She was silently screaming, "Get over here, now's your chance." And she was right. I was thinking the same thing. Here's the perfect opportunity to impress him and her without having to beg his staff to let me back into his office. Well, it was only about 12 feet from the entrance of the waiting room, where I was, to the reception desk, where he was. But it was a narrow passage because there were chairs on both sides, and every last one of them was occupied by older patients waiting to see the doctor. So off I went, this enormous pharmaceutical suitcase chock full of samples overhead. I'm trying to navigate this narrow waiting room, and then my worst nightmare happened. Right there, in the middle of a crowded waiting room, it happened. Now, perhaps it was the combination of my migraine, my rapid heart rate from being so overweight, the dehydration, my queasy stomach that was now more than just a bit queasy. But I'd only made it about halfway when crash! Now suddenly, in my weakened, overheated state, I was just down on the ground. There I was on my hands and knees, down for the count. And when Dr. Klein rushed over to help, when he stood over me, his hand on my shoulder, asking, "Are you all right? Can you stand?" I did what any grateful person would do when offered a helping hand. In this very elegant office, surrounded by hundreds of sample pills scattered everywhere, I promptly threw up all over his beautiful leather shoes. I was completely mortified, and making my way to the restroom, I felt like a total loser, like I had failed to live up to everyone's expectations. In terms of my health, I felt totally out of control. I was only 26, and I felt like I had hit rock bottom pretty hard. In the bathroom mirror, I looked with disgust at my overweight, sweaty, sickly reflection. But what I couldn't see yet, but would soon discover, was what was happening inside my body. Yeah, my own personal toxic toilet. I looked through puffy, tired eyes, at a face I didn't recognize as my own, at horrible acne skin, and at that very moment I made a vow to make a change that would affect my life forever. I will never ever be humiliated again in regards to my personal health and appearance. I swore I will solve these health challenges or I will die trying. And thanks to that turning point, I ultimately ended up formulating a system, one that works for just about anyone, just about every time, that can create massive success in achieving virtually any health goal, including, of course, any weight loss you desire. I went back to school and I became a doctor who focuses specifically on nutrition, wellness, and prevention. And in that journey, I stumbled upon a concept that propelled me to incredible health. Today, I'm going to share with you and save you the years of effort it took me to perfect this system. So keep watching. Please remember that despite my success today, I'm absolutely no different than you. The only difference is that out of necessity, really, I came across these principles, these biological principles, this hidden solution to stubborn weight loss. And this is a system that allows real everyday people, people like me and people like you, to achieve and experience more health and vitality every waking hour, to live life free from the frustration of endless weight gain, to enjoy the freedom of eating real foods, natural, nourishing, and delicious foods, and still lose weight. It's the identical system I've used to supercharge my own energy, get perfect skin, sleep deeply, release over 30 pounds of ugly, toxic fat, and keep it off for over 25 years. And I'll be sharing it with you in a moment so you too can finally experience these results for yourself. But first, I must warn you about a real serious problem you face today. This is a real-life conspiracy and the sole reason why you struggle with stubborn weight. Now, most people have no idea that it's not their fault. No, it's not. It's not your fault. But after you see this, you'll know it's your responsibility to take action. Now, not to intentionally make you angry, but you know what? The real problem is the fact that you've been lied to for a long, long time. And these lies are keeping you from the body and life you desire and deserve. You know, many people believe that you have to starve yourself skinny to have your ideal figure. That specifically, you must count calories in order to achieve sustained weight loss. It's just simple math, they say, just calories in versus calories out. Perhaps you've even believed this at one point, yet you know something? It's not even close to the truth. I'll explain why in a moment. But you must choose now to believe the truth instead, because if you don't, you'll continue down the slippery slope of the yo-yo dieting cycle. Your body's metabolism will slow to a snail's pace, halting your weight loss efforts, and eventually, no matter how disciplined you are or how much willpower you have, you'll simply give up on dieting, your dream body, and your ideal life. Listen, this is not what I want for you. I know it's not what you want for yourself. I want something better for you. I want what you want. So please keep watching. Sometimes we tend to blame ourselves, but I'm asking you not to do that. Instead, blame the media, like slick TV commercials, fitness magazines, cheesy Hollywood diets, and celebrity endorsements, and especially food companies and pharmaceutical companies. You've been bombarded forever with false, misleading claims from those with a profit agenda. Big Food and Big Pharma do not have your best interest at heart. And the billion-dollar weight loss industry is notorious for this, preying on a trusting public for years, purposefully misrepresenting the truth with junk science, false claims, and marketing hype. In fact, Keeping you addicted to foods and dependent on drugs is essential to secure a customer for life. This is Dr. Mark Hyman, 7-time New York Times bestselling author, and he said it pretty cut to the chase here. Why would they want you healthy and empowered when keeping you fat, sick, and nearly dead is much more profitable? The truth is you should not be limiting the overall amount of food you eat by forced calorie restriction or deprivation. Why? Because it only causes short-term weight loss, usually just muscle and water, and then slowed metabolism, and then followed by fat regain. Now, this approach is the most common mainstream approach to weight loss for over 40 years, but it's flawed at its foundation because it tries to further starve cells that are already starving for energy and nutrition. The truth is that if you're taking in fewer calories, which virtually every diet demands, your body adapts for survival by burning fewer calories. The bottom line is, when you put yourself in a perceived famine state by forcibly restricting calories, you're unknowingly fighting a battle against your own biology, and that's a battle you simply cannot win. When your body thinks it's starving, it turns on its fat-storing hormones, and it turns off its fat-burning hormones. But by now, you should know that's not the answer. We'll get to the real solution in a minute. But for now, let's dive into the specific solution tips I have for you today. I have 3 specific goldmine tips for you today, and the most important of these is my nutritional rejuvenation, or true cellular detox principle. This is my personal favorite, a real life changer. I'll give the specifics of it in a second, so keep watching. But first, you must know about the one food you must avoid if you want to lose weight and keep it off. And actually, it'll surprise you. Most people think this food is healthy, and it can be, just never when people usually eat it. Here's what will happen if you neglect to avoid this one food. If you eat it during this specific time, you'll shut down your fat-burning hormones for hours. It may sound too simple to work, but here's the secret. I want you to avoid starchy carbohydrates in the morning. Now, you don't have to do this forever, just until you get your metabolism rejuvenated, so don't worry. Here's what you do instead. Just replace this with either low-sugar berries or even vegetables. Starchy carbs in the morning release a hormone called insulin. The problem is that insulin is a fat-storing hormone. So just doing this one tip will allow you to burn more fat around the clock, increase your energy, especially to prevent lunchtime crashes, plus get your insulin under control. That can protect you from type 2 diabetes and heart disease. So imagine this. You make this one change without counting calories, and you're burning fat like never before, and feeling better, more sustained energy. Now, how would you like to enjoy foods that you know will help you lose weight and feel incredible? If you take advantage of this second tip, you will, and you'll decrease the main fat-storing hormone called cortisol. Now, you may know cortisol as the belly fat or the stress hormone. So all you need to do is a simple exercise. It's not a physical one, rather one that requires a pen and paper. I want you to write down 5 protein foods that you know are good for you and that you enjoy. Just 5 for now, okay? These are things like chicken breasts, salmon, eggs, tuna, grass-fed beef, even some protein powders are okay. Now jot down 3 healthy fats that you enjoy on your salad or when you cook. These are things like olive oil, coconut oil, real butter. That's the one that says grass-fed. Maybe some nut butters like almond butter or cashew butter. And finally, I want you to jot down 3 low glycemic fruits. So that's low sugar fruits you enjoy and you may suspect are good for weight loss. The best of all are the berries, such as blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, but even some semi-sweet apples are okay. Now, once you get your list, the next step is super simple. Refuse to eat anything but these specific healthy foods you love. So if you hate broccoli but love peppers, then toss the broccoli and eat your delicious peppers. It sounds so obvious, but guess what? Most people believe that they have to eat foods that taste terrible in order to lose weight, and that is a lie. Imagine never having to eat anything but foods that taste good to you and fill you up, and it gets even better. Here comes the massive, really big, critical tip. So warning, without using tip number 3, you can forget about those other tips helping you lose weight. This is the tip that will allow you to eat the foods you love and crave, even those cheat meal foods throughout the week, after you do this. Now, this is my advanced nutritional rejuvenation principle, and it's the key to what we call true cellular detox. This is the missing link to effortless, permanent weight loss, and it's what sets our program apart from everything out there. Here's how it works. Toxins. You know the word. You see, toxins are everywhere. We live in a sea of toxins. Nearly 100,000 of them every day block the fat-burning hormones I talked about earlier. You see, toxins are known as endocrine disruptors. And the endocrine system, that's your hormone system. So my system is based on the scientific fact that in order to neutralize these toxins or endocrine disruptors, your body surrounds them with fat in order to protect you. The problem, of course, is that this survival mechanism leads to weight gain and stubborn weight loss resistance. Cellulite is a great example of this. But if you were to remove the toxins, remove the hormone disruptors, the body would no longer need to hold on to fat, and you would release it. You would lose weight. Does that make sense? Again, toxins are everywhere in our air, in our food, in our water. How about over 8,000 of them in today's skincare products? 54 known carcinogens, things that cause cancer in lipstick alone. The average American eats an inordinate amount of sugar, preservatives, and salt. And the problem is that these chemical toxins clog up, they congest the filters of the body, the liver, the kidneys, and when they can't filter them out, they just dump them into the bloodstream. Look at this amazing statement by one of the highest researchers in obesity. Being overweight and obese is not about food or overeating. Isn't that what people think? Dr. Shoemaker says it's about resistance to fat-burning hormones, hormones altered by toxins. In other words, you have fat-burning hormones, but they're not working. Why? Because they're being changed by the toxins. He was asked, what would you tell someone who's tried everything and has no success? I would tell them it's not your fault. Dr. Paula Hamilton, another major world international researcher. We are being poisoned by these everyday toxic chemicals, so in order to restore the body's natural slimming system, you must eliminate them. And that's what this system does. We cleanse your body with advanced nutritional rejuvenation, which eliminates the toxins and helps you return to balance. The bottom line, what we call true cellular detox, the foundation of our entire program, equals fat loss. Finally, a natural and nutritious way to flush away toxins, skyrocket energy, evaporate fat without counting calories, insane exercise, dangerous pills, or risky surgery. Just picture this for yourself. So here you are, your health's been restored, and you've lost all the weight you've wanted to for the first time in your life. Your friends and family, they marvel at how good you look, how much you've changed. They want to know what's up. And now you know the formula. It's just a little known success strategy enjoyed by super health conscious people, and now it's your turn. So, okay, that was a ton to share, and you may be feeling a bit unsure about how to learn more, and that's fine. All this really means is that you have two simple choices to make right now. Choice one is take the information I gave you, try and do this alone. And who knows, you may get lucky one day, see some progress. It will take longer, of course, you'll make a lot of mistakes, but you can choose this. Or consider the wiser choice, the one many others have taken, which will ensure weight loss victory. This is the quickest, most powerful, and proven step-by-step solution to achieve the body and health you desire. I've done the work for you, so why try to reinvent the wheel? Again, I call this one-of-a-kind concept, advanced nutritional rejuvenation or true cellular detox. Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Kaufman, and I'm the creator of the Total Body Transformation Power Nutrition Program. The Total Body Transformation Power Nutrition Program is the only doctor-supervised mind-body lifestyle solution that helps you automatically and effortlessly burn fat, enhance energy, and sleep deeply without, once again, counting calories, insane exercise, dangerous drugs, or risky surgery. This research-based, step-by-step, radically effective cellular detox works, and it works even if you have a thyroid condition, no energy to work out, bad genetics, a body that gains weight easily, children, yes, moms get flat tummies with us too, no willpower, procrastinatoritis, you have big bones, or even if you don't want to give up your favorite foods forever, even if you feel, as many of our clients once did, that you've tried absolutely everything. Now let me tell you what this program is not. Just so you know exactly what you're about to experience with no false expectations. It's not another fad diet or Hollywood starvation plan. It's not some swallow this magic pill with a mysterious herb that grows only at high elevations in the Amazon jungle that promises something silly. Like lose 50 pounds in 50 days or something ridiculous or totally unsustainable. I think you've been lied to enough. It's definitely not an ultra low forced calorie deprivation gimmick that you hear about on the weekend radio shows. Rather, this power nutrition program is the result of over 20 years of study and experience digging through the trenches to find out what really works. Unique, virtually hidden strategies that the most successful long-term weight loss clients enjoy, and now starting today, their success can be your success. And that means freedom, too. Create and enjoy a nourishing, tasty, healing food plan around your favorite healthy foods and your favorite cheat meals. Now, before I go any further, I need to be 100% honest. Really, my professional integrity and reputation demands it. So I hope you're not one of those serial dieters, someone looking for a quick fix, something you already know will never ever work for you in the long run. Remember, the last 40 years, all diet doctors, nutritional experts, fitness gurus have advised us to, what's been the advice for 40 years? Eat less, exercise more, take drugs, risk surgery. And that would be great, but it's failed miserably. There's more obesity now than there was back in the 1970s. So if you want to continue to follow the same bad advice, then you need to leave this page right now. Please, just do us both a favor, save us both time, and just forget about the Total Body Transformation Program, because it's not going to give you impossible results, just solid results. This program isn't pie in the sky, fantasyland nonsense. It's the real deal, and it's only for people who are really committed, really serious about their long-term health. What I've done is make this program as easy as humanly possible. So while losing weight is not easy, nothing worthwhile is. This is as easy as it gets. So here's what you can and should expect. If you really want to drop 10% of your unwanted body fat in the next 30 days, enjoy real, nutrient-dense, delicious, crave-busting, fat-burning foods, put an end to low energy and afternoon fatigue, and create the body you deserve without sacrificing your entire lifestyle to do it, then the Total Body Transformation Program isn't just a solution for you. It's not even a superior solution for you. Guess what? I truly believe it's the only solution for you. You'll join thousands of other success stories like Allison, 60 pounds in 4 months. Amelia, much more energy, less stress, 24 pounds lost. Frank, thyroid issue and diabetes, lots of medication, 34 pounds, that was quick, first 4 to 6 weeks. And Diane, 30 pounds in 4 months, 12 years of medication. The lab work said she was okay, but she still had the symptoms after a decade. Now let's take a look inside at the summary of the Total Body Transformation Program. You'll be guided through what we call the 6 pillars of weight loss success, a protocol that works for virtually everyone who applies it, and the only way to keep your weight off permanently. So there was a recent Dr. Oz show about functional medicine, lifestyle medicine, and he talked about these doctors being disease detectives looking for hidden clues. So one of the things that we do is we do unique diagnostic testing to uncover the hidden causes of weight gain. We do the best liver cleanse on the planet. We have a food plan that addresses the 2 key things that no diet can, inflammation and toxicity. Research-based nutraceuticals that are way beyond what you can get in a health food store. Functional fitness is being able to burn fat in 15 seconds of movement more than an hour of regular cardio. It's a whole breakthrough in quote-unquote exercise. And then, of course, you must have a mind-body approach to learn how to reduce stress and sleep deeply. And of course, this is doctor supervised for success and safety. So you probably see how this is a very comprehensive health and weight loss solution that allows you to get to the root underlying causes, not just playing with symptoms of stubborn weight gain. And the results come quickly too. Remember, we help you get healthy first. There's people who lose a lot of weight in the first week, but if you look at this slide, look at what changed even in 1 week with cholesterol and blood sugar. That means they're getting healthy first. You do drop a lot of weight, up to 10%. 20, 30 pounds is normal for our patients the first 4, 6 weeks, which is amazing considering that you're seeing this change without fake foods, crazy exercise, drugs, or surgery. You really are experiencing remarkable results without the deprivation of chronic dieting. Now, you may believe that a doctor-supervised program that can do all of that and more costs a pretty penny. And sure, it makes sense. This program is worth investing in, and it should cost a lot, but it doesn't. And I'll show you exactly how it fits into anyone's budget. If you're committed to your health, I'm committed to you, to making this journey together. And like most journeys, this one starts with a single first step. And that first step, your first step towards weight loss wellness, is what we call the initial consultations. So these are the first 2 visits where we sit down together, find out your specific health concerns and weight goals, do some rarely done detective work to uncover the hidden clues keeping you from releasing the weight and keeping it off, and come up with a plan to fix the problem permanently. Now, I'll cover the savings that you qualify for today in a minute. During these initial consultations, you'll discover the 7 principles of accelerated fat burning you have to understand if you are ever to regain your health first. You'll learn the one thing that directly influences your metabolism that's completely ignored by most diets. And this consultation wouldn't be complete without a metabolic assessment of toxicity. This is the key to lasting weight loss. Plus, I'll be revealing exactly how we test for critical inflammation and hormonal imbalances, and why we interpret results differently from other doctors who keep telling you, yeah, you're okay, your lab work is normal. Now, normally our clinic's fee for the initial consultations alone is $150, but that's not the price for you, and I'll explain why in a moment. You see, you're not just receiving the consultations today with me or one of the other doctors. Just for watching this entire presentation today, I'd like to give you 3 valuable bonuses free of charge to help you lose weight and lose inches much faster. The first gift you'll be receiving today is a metabolic assessment. Okay? These help identify and diagnose hidden problems lurking beneath the surface that are affecting your health. Normally valued at $50, but it's yours today. The next bonus is a functional blood chemistry workup. This is key. Most blood work has nothing to do with wellness, but by using cutting-edge interpretations, we're able to spot things before they happen. The final bonus is a 12-point body composition analysis. People really like this. It's one thing just to see a number on a scale, but what's your metabolic age? People are surprised to find that they're a lot older than their birthday says they are. Or visceral fat, that's the risk factor for diabetes and blood sugar problems and heart disease and cancer and Alzheimer's. So it's a complete body analysis. Now, it should be pretty clear why not only 1 but 2 visits with a trusted weight loss doctor can easily cost $150. That's excluding the bonuses. And the bonuses alone are worth over $200, which would bring the investment today for the initial consultations to $350. Yet that price is not for you because, of course, I want to save you money, but it's bigger than that. So by all means, keep watching. Now, you could choose to continue down the path you're on. And you know what? Statistics are pretty clear. You'll end up spending 10 times the amount you'd invest today from the cost of procrastination alone. The cost of those new clothes, for example. No, not the fun new clothes. I'm speaking about the ones people are forced to buy as your hips, thighs, and waist continue to get bigger and bigger. And let's not even talk about the cost of medical bills and medications and time off work that will inevitably happen if you just keep doing what you're doing now. Remember, this is a point I love to make with patients. Overweight and obese are not cosmetic terms. They're medical terms. And they're a risk factor for the things I just said. In the literature, cancer and Alzheimer's, most people know it's a risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Isn't there a cost to symptoms, sickness, and disease? I mean, being healthy and losing weight doesn't cost anything, really. If anything, it saves. It saves money and it saves lives, and it could even save yours. Not taking action, that can cost you more than money. And that's not what I want for you. Really, I'm on your side. I want what you want. So let's make this really easy, okay? I feel you deserve to know why I'm offering such a significant savings today. So let me share my vision with you very briefly. It's a cause that I'm inviting you to join, along with others just like you, to do what it takes to reinvent your body and replace ugly toxic fat with health-producing, calorie-burning muscle. Over 10 years ago, when this wellness clinic was created, we really had an awesome goal. And that was to help people lose weight by teaching them that you don't lose weight in order to be healthy. That's what people think. But the truth is, you must first get healthy in order to lose weight. So since then, I've helped a lot of people regain their health, regain energy, sleep deeply, come off medications, improve thyroid, blood sugar. And as a result of getting healthy first, they've lost more weight than they ever imagined. But it's not enough because Obesity is still the #1 health challenge in America. The bottom line is I decided I must help as many people as possible join this cause, and it's a cause I call the I Can Challenge. Now, the CAN in I Can stands for Cleanse and Nourish, and that's the ultimate way to achieve any health goal, certainly the best way for safe, natural weight loss. The good news is that this means a much lower fee for you today, as I simply refuse to let finances get in the way of you achieving your goals, as well as helping us make a positive impact on our community. Only on this page, the total investment in the consultations will not be $350 today, nowhere even close to that, not for you. It's not even going to be half that, not even $50. Today, only for watching this online presentation, the total investment, including all the bonuses that we shared, valued at that much money, and it is an investment in your health, your future, and your life, is now one payment of only $37. If you look below this presentation right now and click on the orange button that says schedule a consultation to receive your discounted price today of only $37. Listen, I don't want you to decide whether you want or can participate in the I Can Challenge. Frankly, without meeting you, I can't say for sure whether you're even a good candidate for the program. I want you to simply take advantage of the initial consultations on me. And if you don't find our service and attention to your satisfaction, if you don't even like my bad jokes or my enthusiasm, there's no problem. I'll refund every penny you invested today because I'm committed to producing results for you no matter what. And I promise we'll part as friends, no hard feelings, no questions, no hassles. Look below this video right now, click on the orange button that says schedule your consultation to claim the discounted price and to receive the free bonuses. And you'll join people just like you who experience incredible results following the Power Nutrition System. I didn't even recognize Veronica after she came in after a year. She lost over 130 pounds in about a year and a half. Jennifer was able to get pregnant. She just wasn't healthy enough to get pregnant. But hormonally, we balanced that out. She lost a lot of weight too. And Shelly, maybe you've seen Shelly on our sign outside our office, 60 pounds in about 4 months. And Yvonne was fired. She took off so much time of work, and her employer just didn't believe that she was in this much pain. She lost 35 pounds. And Donna discovered a little too late that she was a raging diabetic after having a stroke, and in about a year, lost 90 pounds with us. Plus, if you act now before the presentation ends, I've got one more surprise for you, and it's valid only if you act today before leaving this page. I'm going to include in your package a super bonus worth $97. This is called Metabolic Aftershock. This is the best exercise program on planet Earth. That's all I can say. Being able to make small little movements in 15 minutes that burn more fat than most people do on an hour of cardio. This brings the total value today to over $400, but by taking advantage today, the initial consultations with the bonuses and the super bonuses, one payment of $37. Remember, you're not just saving a lot of money today, folks, and starting your path to weight loss wellness. You're participating in a weight loss movement with other people as part of a growing friendly community. Click the orange button below for instant access to our schedule. No delays, no waiting, and let's get you your first weight loss victory today. Please remember, life is short. You've been struggling with your weight far too long. It really shouldn't be this hard to lose weight. And there's real pain waiting if people procrastinate, if they choose inaction, frustration, resentment, a gnawing feeling of regret, and of course, continued weight gain. Yet all of these things can change today simply by discovering and applying the Cleanse and Nourish principles found in this Power Nutrition program. I want you to picture the moment you finally have answers you've been searching for, walking down the path to the ideal you, the real you, full of hope and optimism, radiating good energy, turning heads as people you haven't seen in a while compliment you on your appearance. You see the weight coming off consistently in the mirror every day, every morning, and you're finally enjoying the great energy and sleep you deserve. And for the first time in a long time, you feel like yourself. Again, it's true your weight gain up to this point isn't fully your fault, and now you know why. But today is your day to claim your power and accept responsibility for your future, and to take the action you know is necessary to put you on the track to real weight loss wellness, using principles that simply work. And unlike all those phony Band-Aid solutions, this one is guaranteed to work. I'm asking you right now to just take advantage of it on me. Either you're thrilled with our conversation, our philosophy, and our action plan, or you pay nothing. Plus, I never leave you hanging. After you schedule, if you have any questions, my friendly staff or I will get back to you quickly so you'll always feel taken care of. Like Maggie. Like Juana. Immediately after you schedule, you need to go to your email and open, print, and fill out the initial paperwork. You need to bring this with you on your first visit when you begin your journey back to health. Our doctors need it to obtain an in-depth picture of your health. So here's what will happen the moment you click the orange button below this video. First, you'll be taken to our 100% secure scheduling page. Looks like this. You just put weight loss as your main concern. Next page, you'll just choose the time that works conveniently for you. And then just your information, name, and phone number so that we can send you that information. After you schedule, you'll be receiving a text message confirming your appointment, and you'll be given access to the private contact info so you can ask any pressing questions immediately. It really is that simple. Remember, along with the initial consults, you'll also be receiving the rarely done diagnostic testing designed to figure out what's wrong with you and what needs to be done to support it. The functional lab work. This is like a crystal ball to see what your future holds and any health problems that have been hidden or missed. Metabolic assessment form for toxicity, the complete analysis, metabolic, visceral age, the body composition analysis, and my super bonus, which is the metabolic aftershock program. You really cannot put this off 1 minute longer, and here's why. It's not just the money. Of course, we're saving you a lot of money, and we're doing it risk-free as it's guaranteed. You don't want to be left out of the super bonus metabolic aftershock. It won't be available much longer, at least not for free. And just know this, unless you take action now, you may put it off. A lot of people do. For a few more days, which turns into months, even years, and then you know what will happen. The underlying toxicity, inflammation, and hormonal imbalances will continue. Your energy, your sleep, your digestion, your hair, whatever. And as the health continues to deteriorate, you will keep gaining weight because, again, you don't lose weight in order to be healthy. You must first get healthy in order to lose weight. No one who has ever succeeded at sustained weight loss did so by procrastination. So let's make sure you get what you really want and do the smart thing, the only smart thing you can do. Take advantage of this limited time offer while you still can. Click the schedule a consultation orange button below and let's get you started now.